Hey, welcome back to the DragonCruiser, where we dive into the wild, fascinating stories of China and beyond. Today we're talking about a shocking twist in one of China's most romantic holidays, Lover's Day. Every May 20th and 21st, young people turn these dates into a digital carnival of love, flowers, and gifts. But in 2025, the flower market crashed. Roses were cheaper than veggies, and vendors were left heartbroken.
兄弟们，昨天这个520是有史以来最拉胯的一个520。
在这2天直接来了个大跳水，搞的是猝不及防。前2天备货的人几乎都在最高位。
So what happened? Why are China's youth ditching flowers for reality? And could this be a sign of what's coming for romance worldwide? Buckle up, because we're diving in. First, let's unpack what Lover's Day is. In China, May 20th and 21st, 520 and 521, sound like 我爱你, or I love you in Mandarin. It's a clever wordplay that turned 2 random days into a massive romantic holiday, especially for Gen Z and millennials. Think Valentine's Day, but supercharged by social media. Platforms like Tmall, JD.com, and Douyin, China's TikTok, go wild with live streams, gift guides, and flower deals. In 2022, China's flower e-commerce market hit a whopping 108.7 billion yuan. That's $15 billion. Roses, especially, were the star of the show, with markets like Kunming's Donan, Asia's biggest flower hub, shipping millions of blooms nationwide. It's not just about flowers, it's a whole vibe. Young people flood WeChat and Douyin with memes, romantic selfies, and gift hauls. It's like a digital carnival of love. But in 2025, that carnival hit a brick wall. This year, Lover's Day was a bust. Flower sales didn't just dip, they plummeted. At Down'n Flower Market, roses were selling for 2 to 3 yuan a bundle. That's less than 50 cents. One vendor posted on X saying, "My roses are rotting in piles. This is the worst Lover's Day in a decade." Another wrote, "Flowers cost less than shipping them. Farmers are losing everything." Across cities like Beijing, Shanghai, and Guangzhou, shop owners reported sales dropping 30 to 50% compared to pre-COVID years. One Kunming farmer even said, "I can't give my flowers away," as he tossed unsold blooms into heaps.
今天520就是彻底让我知道了今年行情到底有多不好，真的。往年今天的一大早就是那种外卖小哥那些骑手，那个左一束右一束的鲜花往我们市场里送，因为市场里全是小姑娘。今天目前为止我一束都没有看到，可能各行各业的小哥哥行情都很惨，没有钱。
So what went wrong? It's not just about flowers, it's about what's happening in China right now. Let's break it down. First, the economy. China's been hit hard by a sluggish retail market, a property crisis, and shaky consumer confidence. In 2025, retail sales are barely growing, and young people, the heart of Lover's Day, are feeling the pinch. Rent, food, and job worries are eating up budgets. One ex-user summed it up: "Why buy roses when I can't afford rent?" It's a vibe a lot of us in the West can relate to, right? With inflation and living costs climbing everywhere. Who's got cash for extravagant gifts? Then there's a cultural shift. In China, there's this term, licking dog, for people who go all out with romantic gestures, like buying pricey flowers or gifts. But in 2025, young people are saying, "Nah, I'm good." One ex-post put it bluntly, "Romance is dead when you're broke." Even e-commerce giants like Tmall couldn't save the day. Heavy discounts didn't work, people just weren't buying. It's a trend we saw in China's Singles Day 2024. Where shoppers ignored flashy sales because they didn't trust the deals. Here's the kicker. This isn't just a China thing. Think about Valentine's Day in the West. In 2024, Americans cut back on gifts because of inflation. Sound familiar? Whether it's Shanghai or Seattle, young people are rethinking what romance looks like when money's tight. Maybe it's less about roses and more about real connection. Be careful. So Lover's Day 2025 wasn't just a flower market crash, it was a wake-up call. China's youth are trading grand gestures for practical priorities, and it's hitting vendors and farmers hard. But it's also a reminder that love doesn't need a price tag. What do you think? Is romance losing its spark where you are? Have you cut back on gifts because of money? Drop a comment below and let's talk. If you loved this deep dive into China's changing vibe, hit that like button. Subscribe to the Dragon Cruiser. Until next time, keep cruising.